And welcome back to the Sugar and Spice. We are honoring the Sugar and Spice Players of the Week. And our player that we want to interview at this time is the Offensive Player of the Week, Brayden Simpson. Congratulations on a big ball game on Friday night, though.
Thank you.
So let's talk a little bit about that. This is your statistics. 5 catches, 188 yards, 1 touchdown, and a 2-point conversion also in that. And included in the stats there, you had a 95-yard touchdown pass.
Yes, sir.
Did you still have some gas left in that tank when you got down there?
It was tough.
That I can remember a couple of years ago, a Broome player that we were playing up there got run down 2 times inside the 5 on the long runs there, though. But I'm glad you were able to finish it. But let's just talk a little bit about that. When you get as open as you were on that, what goes through your mind? Do you get nervous?
Yeah, so you just got to think, catch the ball first and then run after. And that's kind of what I had to do. I saw it coming down, and I caught it. And once I caught it, I knew I was going to score.
Because that's one thing that when you see that green grass around lots of times and all, sometimes it makes people nervous. I've seen so many players tense up in that situation. I saw it Saturday when the game I covered in Columbia.
Yeah.
Guy had a wide open touchdown, perfect pass, and dropped it right there, though.
That'll happen, yeah.
But just talk too about the communication or should I say just the vibe you get, because you and Jameson been playing together how many years now?
Pretty much our whole life. We've always
since
been
third
around.
grade?
Yes, sir. We've always been around each other playing. All of the receivers and quarterback on offense, we have a good connection. We've been together.
How does that help when you've got that? You know, I was a coach for 37 years and all, and one of the biggest things you need to have a good team is good chemistry. And y'all have just grown up and like that. How big is that to kind of know what each other's thinking and all?
Yeah, it's really big. I think you have a trust for one another, and sometimes you know what the other person's thinking. You're on the same page, and you feel like you can communicate easy. You're comfortable with them, and it definitely helps in game.
Well, you got to know that too. Does he have of your group, does he have a favorite go-to guy to look for? I know he's got a lot of choices right there.
I think he likes everybody. I think everybody has special gifts, and it's good to spread it around a little bit, catch the other team off guard, and I think we're really good at that.
And that's what I was thinking too there about that you know, you don't have one guy, that you've got many guys to look at though. But let's talk a little too about other talents there. I loved against the BHP game.
Yes,
second play of the game that we went into the bag of tricks there.
Yeah.
Pulled that play out though. But you know, you also that Coach Fleming was saying when I asked him about that, said that you also have played quarterback too. Now, are you on if something happened to Jameson, would you be next man up at quarterback?
Yes, sir, I would. I played from probably 3rd grade to 8th grade. I played quarterback, and then last year I moved to receiver.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you would feel pretty good like that though. You had the big play you had in that game too. You had the option of running if he wasn't covered, but you know he was wide open. But what were you seeing on that play too?
So my first read was to throw to Grayson, who's the outside receiver, and he got hung up a little bit. So I looked back to Reese, and I saw him wide open, and I just got it there, and he made a play. And
which takes me to the other end of the being wide open. From quarterback standpoint, or trying to do that, how hard is it to make that throw when you got somebody that open?
It's pretty hard because you don't want to overthrow them or underthrow them. And if they're wide open, you kind of have too much time to think about it.
I guess the worst case scenario is underthrow him where he can stop and come back. Overthrow him, he ain't got a chance.
Yeah.
With that though. All right, we're going to get into some of the things. What do you enjoy most? You've played together with these guys for 8 years. So what do you enjoy most about playing football at Broome?
I like the memories that come from the game, pregame, the bus rides after, and just everything in between. it's always good to look back on and build the memories.
Okay. All right, I know having played with all these guys so long too, you've got to have a funny story about something that's happened in one of these games. Have you got a funny story that you can share with us about some of your teammates?
I have a funny story for me was in 8th grade, I think. I broke my finger on defense trying to make a tackle, and then it was just a crazy game back and forth, and I came back and played quarterback the rest of the game. And
With a broken finger?
Yes,
was it
sir.
on your passing
It
hand?
was on my other hand.
Other hand, okay.
That was a pretty crazy story.
Wow, yeah, that would be kind of hard to do. All right, this is going to be some of the investigative questions right now. One of my favorite hobbies and one thing that I used to love to do when I was coaching was I designed all of our uniforms. I didn't ever buy one out of a catalog. I just kind of did that. I buy my Cox Sports Broadcasting jerseys. You can see I got them set up in Broome colors right here, though. All right, if Coach Fleming asked you to come in and design a uniform for the Broome Centurions, what would your uniform look like?
I actually like the all-white uniform, the one that we had last year with the blue letters and the gold helmet. I like the gold helmet because it's unique. But the all-white is my go-to.
The all-white. That makes you look fast.
Yes, sir.
It does. Mine would be probably this for the all-black uniform.
Yes, sir.
Because that makes you look mean, though. So, but I mean, there's a lot of different combinations. It's kind of funny, a question that I'll get into you with later, though. But the question dealing with 3 wishes from a genie, and Taekwon wished that y'all had an all-black uniform. He wasted a wish on that. I'll get to his answers with that later there. All right, who do you think is the toughest guy on your football team, if you had to pick the toughest?
I'd say Bryson Airwood because he's on the line, and baseball too. He plays baseball with us. He's a catcher. He's a pretty tough guy.
Well, I asked him that question last week, and he agreed with you. He said he was. And I asked Taekwon that, and he said that Jameson was.
Jameson, yeah.
So that's 2 votes right now for Bryson on that, though. All right, who has had the biggest influence on you as a person, and possibly it can be a coach, it can be a person, whoever, but who's had the biggest influence on your life?
I think my parents have had the biggest influence. They've kept me in line, and they sacrifice a lot and do a lot of stuff for me, take me all the places, and I'm thankful for them.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. I'm going to change gears on a couple of questions here. If you could go anywhere in the world, who would you go, where would you go, and who would you take with you?
I think I'd go skiing in Austria. I like skiing, and I'd take some of my friends with me.
Okay. I used to love to snow ski, and I always enjoyed night skiing.
Yes,
that it's cold, but being there with the lights is so peaceful out there.
Yes, sir, it is.
But I enjoyed that. But I got off to an inauspicious start the first time I ever went skiing. It was in Gatlinburg, and I had lessons, and I mastered Bunny Hill pretty quick.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm going the intermediate slope. Well, there used to be a TV show, I'm dating myself, called Wide World of Sports, and it used to have the agony of defeat, and it showed all these people getting wiped out like snow skiing, and the guy going to ski jump and falling off the side, and just all these awful things. Well, the first time I went down the intermediate slope, I didn't know any better. I didn't know you build up speed gradually. And I came out of there, and I was digging as hard as I could, and I was passing my friends left and right. Well, I got to going way too fast. And I remembered the thing they told you to snowplow, to stop. Well, I got my skis crossed.
Oh, man.
And I went face first in the snow, and my right ski didn't release, and the tip of it was stuck. They thought I was dead right there. But I learned very quickly a lesson in skiing. You build speed gradually.
That's very important.
But I love going skiing and doing things along those lines, too, I hate it. I have not and I did this a lot when I was in college and high school and all. But with coaching basketball, I had to basically give it up. I'd like to try it one more time.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if I could do it. I used to could ice skate too, but that put too much pressure on your ankles trying to do that though. All right, let's see. Other questions we got on the list here. Trying to ask you some of the get the good questions with you. Okay. All right, one of my questions that I had right here was, and this is one I got Taekwon told me there. I've got a little bottle under here underneath. The genie gave me this bottle. I got something else that dropped down my bag too. That's not a bottle, but I want to leave that down there. You got 3 wishes. What would you wish with your little lamp down here with your 3 wishes that you got?
I'd say good health for my family and myself, and infinite money would be nice. And
Okay.
being able to go anywhere anytime you wanted, I think that'd be pretty cool.
Okay. All right. It was funny. He wanted all black uniforms. He wanted a jumbotron in the stadium and said he'd give the school the rest of the money. That's what his answer was. That's kind of interesting.
I think a jumbotron would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would. I think it would be neat too, and I know they've looked into it. And a little bit too expensive is the lights.
Yeah.
The blue lights would really look good out there on that. All right, you played with these guys for so long. Do you have a best friend on the team that you played with, or is it just a group?
I think it's just a group. We've all kind of been together. I think it's just a group of friends, and I think it's everybody really.
Okay. What, coming up, growing up, did you have a favorite sports athlete that you really liked?
I like Trevor Lawrence and Tyreek Hill from the Dolphins.
Okay. All right. Football is a stressful, violent game. What do you like to do just to get away and relax?
I like to play golf and shoot the basketball around and anything sports related.
Do you play any other sports?
I play basketball and baseball.
Okay, so you're busy year round then.
Yes, sir.
You're my kind of guy that I used to like to do a lot of things like that though. All right, they're honoring the 20th reunion of the state championship team. Where do you see yourself 20 years from now? What are you going to be doing?
Kind of still planning that out. It'd be cool to be playing football, but that'd be kind of hard. You'd be almost in your 40s, but that'd be pretty cool if I was still playing.
Okay, yep. It's kind of funny. I was talking the other day that I do a broadcast with USC Upstate, and I was talking to their basketball coach the other day and was asking him. It's kind of funny. I had never seen a school before. Coach Dickerson left to go to Ohio State to take a job up there. Everybody at USC Upstate on the team went to transfer portal. They lost everybody. Man. I think 2 guys ended up staying, but between the 2 of them, they only scored 6 points for the year. Wow. So he had to go out and put together a team. I mean, he had to recruit at least 5 to be able to play.
Yeah,
so we were laughing about that and talking about that. He said, I still got 1 scholarship left. If you got any eligibility left, I said, well, that's where I went on basketball scholarship was there. So I said, I may have a year left to do that, though. But he said, well, can you still play? I said, I can still shoot threes all day long. And I said, I'm a career 91% free throw shooter, but I'm going to let you know right now, I don't cross the half-court line. I stay on one end of the court. Offense only. He said, well, I've seen some teams do that right there, but we were kidding about that. I said, I will have to stay down here on this end of the floor the whole time there.
Stay on offense.
All right, before we get to the either-or questions, again, first year on the varsity, a lot of people may not know about you, anything about you. What would be the most important thing, and we'll probably have over 2,000 people on watching the game that's coming Friday night. It's a big game. What's the most important thing you would want people to know about you?
My faith is a big part of my life, and I want people to see that I'm a influence in that area and that I play in a Christ-like manner and I'm competing for Him and to glorify Him.
That is a great answer. That was a Christian coach, and matter of fact, when we did the games, that I told the players that we're not taking credit for anything we do. Credit goes to God. We actually had a post-game prayer on the court after the game, back when we actually could do this. Yeah. And the cheerleaders would come. We invited the other team there, though, but just tried to give God the glory, and it means a lot to me to hear you say that. Yes. So I appreciate your position on that. All right, these are either-or questions right here. All right, Powerade or Gatorade?
Powerade.
Okay. SEC, ACC?
I'm going to go ACC.
Okay, I won't hold that against you. Ford or Chevy?
Ford.
Hunting or fishing?
Fishing.
Okay. Let's see. Do you like crushed ice or regular ice cubes?
Crushed ice.
They got great ice here in the drinks.
Do, yeah.
That JC's told me I could come fill up my cooler sometime. I guess I know the answer to this right now. South Carolina or Clemson?
Clemson.
Okay. I guess you didn't have too good of an afternoon last Saturday then.
No, it was not
a whole lot.
Good.
I went to Columbia. I was worried down there. I'm a South Carolina graduate. All right, fair or theme park?
Theme park.
Heads or tails?
Tails.
Tails never fails.
Yes, sir.
That's right. Who called the coin Friday night?
I'm not sure. I don't know who it was.
Okay, because we visited team. Did y'all get the ball first?
We got the ball first.
Okay, so it must have been tails then, because we go over that. Tails never fails.
Yes, sir.
Are you a saver or big spender?
I'm a spender.
Okay, I kind of am too. I see too many things like
Marvel
or DC.
Marvel.
Skydiver or bungee jumper?
Skydive.
I wouldn't do either one of them. You'd have to knock me out cold and push me.
Push you off.
Would you rather go on an airplane or cruise ship?
Probably an airplane. I don't think I could be on the water.
Okay.
Too long.
I saw the Titanic. I'm not real sure about that. Those big waves coming there. If I went on a cruise ship, I want to be able to see land and where I could have at least a chance to swim back if I had to. They're going down. French fries or onion rings?
French fries.
Okay, that's good. They have the best onion rings around here at the Sugar and Spice. Let's see. You played on both sides of the ball. You probably played in the secondary when you played.
Yes,
Would you rather score offense or a defensive touchdown?
I'd say offensive. I like offense.
Okay. Cola or tea?
Cola.
All righty. Let's see. Jet ski or boat?
Boat.
Okay. I've never done a jet ski. That's something else I want to try before I die. That's on my bucket list. And are you a GQ dresser or are you a blue jeans type guy?
I'm not too blue jeans, but I'm not real fancy.
You don't want to be you just got average run of the guy.
Sir.
Well, you are our offensive player of the week here at Sugar and Spice, and again, you have survived all the questions I'm throwing at you for this week, though. Congratulations. Keep up the good work, and maybe we'll see you again this year, though.
Hopefully. Thank you.
Brayden Simpson is our player of the week.